now, I'd like you to sit down wherever it is that you're going to be for your meditation and take a lovely, nice, deep breath in and slowly exhale. And as you do, allow yourself to fully arrive. And your mind and your body once again recognizes that this is the time when you can relax and let go of everything. You can relax and simply be. So taking another nice deep breath in, pulling your shoulders up as you do, squeezing them tight, holding it all to the count of 3 and then slowly exhaling. And as you do, let those shoulders drop down. And let them drop down a little bit further than they were a moment ago. And you may need to adjust your arms and where your hands are resting in order to accommodate this new, softer, more relaxed position for your shoulders. And then let your breathing settle in a way that is just right for you now. But on your next outward breath, gently close your eyes. And then as you breathe in, squeeze your eyes really, really tight. And then on the next outward breath, let your eyes relax, staying closed. Just let them soften and relax. That's good. And now let your breathing settle in a way that is just right for you today. And you might begin to notice a few sounds around you. So let your awareness now notice the sounds that are slightly further away from you. And then let your awareness expand even further and notice the sounds that are furthest away from you. Just for a moment or two. Don't let them take your attention. Simply notice them. And every sound that you have noticed is a gentle reminder that you are perfectly safe and everything is happening normally all around you. And so tonight, before we go into our meditation, while you are sitting there with your softer shoulders and your eyes that are closed and now relaxed, I'd like you to call upon whomever you might prefer. It might be your God, it might be an angel, it might be a guide, it may be a family member that you're always aware of being around you, that's passed over but always supportive. Call upon them now to be near you. Call upon them now to watch over you, keep you safe. And still noticing the odd change of sounds around you, but letting each sound simply be a reminder that you can simply be. This is your time. There is no need for you to engage with anything that is happening around you. So taking another nice deep breath in and exhale. And just notice how the top of your head feels. And notice how that softness that was in your eyes has now spread to the top of your head. Very gentle, cotton woolly kind of softness. And let that very gentle, cotton woolly kind of softness travel right down through your head into your jaw, in your ears and around the back of your head. Let your jaw soften, maybe let your jaw hang slightly open, and release any tension that might be held there. And you can release that tension and set that energy free on your next outward breath, simply by thinking it and focusing on that next breath outwards. Now let that soft kind of cotton woolly sensation that's kind of running down your neck and into your shoulders, down each of your arms, past your elbows, all the way to your wrists. And then let your hands soften and your fingers loosen. Make sure they're not clenched. And allow that lovely, soft, cotton woolly kind of sensation to seep into your fingers now and your thumbs. That's good. Still letting your breathing settle in a way that is just right for you now. Your own unique rhythm that comes naturally and easily without you having to think about it. So you can continue to focus on this lovely, soft, cotton woolly kind of relaxed feeling as it moves in and around your chest, into your heart and into your lungs. And anywhere that you might notice any discomfort or dis-ease, you can set that energy free once again on your next outward breath, and continuing to follow that cotton woolly relaxed kind of sensation as it moves down to your waist, all the way down your back, through your spine, right to the base of your spine, in and around your tummy, moving into your abdomen and your lower abdomen, in and around your hips. Allow your body now to notice just how good it feels to be here again, relaxed and calm and peaceful. And follow that cotton woolly kind of relaxed sensation with that very slight warmth to it, moving down through your legs to your knees. And if there's any resistance in your knees, release that energy on your next outward breath. And let that lovely soft cotton woolly energy, that lovely relaxed sensation, to move down your shins and your calves, in and around your ankles, and into your feet. The top part of your feet, all of your toes, right to the very tip of your toes, and then all along the underside of your feet. And you can imagine, if you will, or recall what it feels like to have that spongy surface under your feet. That lovely sponginess, where you're not quite touching the ground, you're touching something softer that's above the ground. Now let your awareness move up to your base chakra, which is at the base of your spine. It's a little bit like going into a tower. And as you go to the first level, you open the curtains and open the window. And at this base chakra we have a beautiful red energy that flows around. And as your chakra opens, this energy flows more freely. So if you continue, imagine you're walking up a spiral in a tower, and you come to the next window. And at this window you've got orange curtains which you pull wide open, and you open that window. And as you glance through the window, you notice it's getting quite light. Continuing up the spiral inside the tower, you come to yet another window, not surprisingly. It's a very tall tower, this one. And here you've got some yellow blinds. So you pull the cord to open the blinds and open that window. And now on the horizon you can just see a bright yellow sun rising. It looks like a promising day. It really does. You continue up the spiral, up the tower. And this time you pass by another window which you can open. And now with the light of the sun shining through the window, you are able to see the lovely, lush green fields all around you. It's stunning, especially from this vantage point. You continue up the spiral staircase, up the tower, and you come to another window. This one is a round window, and you open the window, noticing the lovely sky blue colour in the sky. There's no clouds, it's all really clear. So bright, vivid and clear. It is a glorious day. You can't wait to get to the top of the tower where you can see everything even more clearly. And so you continue up the spiral. And as you continue up the spiral, you come by another little window. And this window opens with a little fiddling, a little bit of a twiggle of the handle, and then it springs open. And you're just aware of a feeling of excitement, a little anticipation perhaps, because you know you're close to the top now. So you continue up the spiral staircase. You come to another window. And as you come to the other window, you open it like all the others. But this one has a kind of gossamer, a violet gossamer curtain, which you're able to hook to one side on a very ornate hook that is attached to the wall there. And as you look out this window, you begin to find that you are noticing things slightly differently. You're noticing things that you hadn't noticed before. You can see some wisps of kind of mist moving between you and the sky. You hadn't noticed those before. And now you continue up to the top. And here there is a great big dome-like area. Every window is like stained glass, all sorts of different colours, but the very top one, which is shaped like a star, is like an iridescent white. As the sun rises, lots of different colours are shimmering through it. And as you look at this, it seems like it's almost alive or moving liquid somehow, but it's staying up there. And all the windows begin to open. all around you. And you can breathe in the atmosphere of where you are. And as you begin to look at what is around here, you notice on the floor of this stunning place, this elevated position, on the floor are lots of different coloured stones. They're different shapes, they're different sizes. There's one that you notice that is a green colour with a darker green zigzagging across it and right through it. Another bunch of stones are a kind of salmony colour with little circles of white. Gosh, these stones are quite fascinating. Notice what stones you have in your area. Which ones are old and dirty and not needed anymore? That's it, those ones. If you look around, there is somewhere in this space a wooden kind of bucket that is attached to a chain. Any stones that you do not want or you feel do not belong here, put them in that bucket. And all the stones, those beautifully coloured and patterned ones that you would like to keep, arrange them. You might want to stack them in little piles. You may want to put them in little rows, but arrange them in a way that pleases you. So I'm going to leave you for a while to notice all the stones that are there. And remember, put the ones that you feel don't belong anymore or shouldn't have been there in the first place perhaps. Put those all in that wooden bucket that's attached to the chain. And all the others, you can touch, you can feel, you can pick them up and arrange them in a way that is just right for you. And I'll call you back in a bit. Now you've put the stones in the bucket, that wooden kind of bucket, the barrel looking like bucket that's attached to the chain. And you notice on the wall near this is a lever. And so you pull that lever. And when you do, what looked like a solid stone wall begins to move. And it creates an opening. And up above the bucket is a great big arm that begins to swing outwards. Slowly and steadily. So now your bucket that is very heavy with all the stones that you have put in it is hanging there just outside the tower. And you can hear, or you think you can hear, some water, like waves. And also, you can hear what sounds like clockwork machinery beginning to creak and groan and then move. And as the sound alters, so the bucket, hanging from the chain, is slowly lowered down, down, and down. And as you follow it down, you move closer to the opening. And there you see the ocean. You hadn't looked out this side before. And there is the ocean before you, shimmering in the glorious sun. And your bucket of stones is making its way down to the shoreline. And when it reaches the shoreline, an unknown figure comes forward and just nudges that bucket very slightly, so all the stones tumble out freely. They're all set free. And then that unknown figure steps out of view again, and the machinery begins to pull the bucket back up. You watch in amazement because you hadn't noticed any of this was there before. And as the bucket comes up, closer and closer, you realise that you are still in an elevated position, and the sunlight now is shining through all the different coloured windows into the space that you're in, illuminating all the beautiful stones that you have arranged and hung on to. And very soon that bucket swings back into this space, and that solid wall slides back into position. And even the lever retracts back into the wall, so it is no longer on view. And at this point, all the colourful windows around you have started to close, and you glance up again at that beautiful shimmering star-shaped window above you. And it seems brighter and lighter somehow. Taking one last look at these beautiful stones all around you. Noticing the predominant colour. Now you begin to make your way back down the tower. Back down that spiral staircase. And as you come across each window, you close it. So you close the first one and unhook that gossamer curtain so it can hang over the window again. And then move back down to that window that you had to give the latch a bit of a wriggle in order to loosen it. But it seems to close quite easily now. And you notice the sky outside is getting a little darker. Just a little. And you continue down the spiral staircase. And close the next window. You notice the sky is still blue. It's getting a little darker. Moving down to the next window. And closing it. And then as you come to the next window, you close those shutters again, those blinds, shutters, whatever it was that was there, those lovely yellow ones. And then coming down to the next window, with those orange curtains. And then once again you're at the very first set of windows that you came to. That beautiful red. Close the window, close the curtain. And if you remember, that was mentioned when we spoke about your base chakra at the base of your spine. So let your awareness now move back to your body, starting at the top of your head. And notice how the top of your head feels. And maybe you're aware of no sensation at all, which is grand. And allow yourself to begin to notice the sounds around you. And as you begin to notice the sounds around you, you might notice the ones furthest away first. And then notice those that are closer to you. And then you might remember those that you had noticed when we began that were very close to you. Are they still there, or are there different sounds now? And take a nice deep breath in and exhale. And allow yourself to begin to feel your feet. Wriggle your toes. Move your ankles slightly. Move your legs, bend your knees. Wriggle a bit on your hips. That's it. Let each part of your body, run your hands down the tops of your legs and back again. Take another nice deep breath in and exhale. Pulling yourself back into you now, pulling your awareness into this time and this place. Wherever it is that you are, notice how your bottom feels sat on your chair. Notice how your back is or is not supported. Hopefully it was supported. Move your arms gently and slowly. It doesn't have to be a very fast movement, a gentle movement is probably best. Touch your head, the top of your head, touch the back of your head. That's it. Take another nice deep breath in and go ah. Touch your cheeks. Wriggle your mouth. Make a funny noise. Clap your hands. That's it. Welcome back, folks. I hope you thoroughly enjoyed that meditation. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did delivering it. I never quite know what we're going to have in our meditation because that's the guided bit. It's guided, intuitive. I guide you, but I'm being guided at the same time. And intuitively, I try and connect with you so that hopefully everything I deliver is really, really helpful and supportive for you at this time. I'd love comments to know how you got on. I'd love you to share, but I'm equally happy if you don't. So until next week, have the most fantastic week. Love you lots, and bye-bye.